Hard for a lot of you all to understand, right? Unfortunately, that's a reality so many in the deaf community face every single day. Challenges when it comes to receiving effective communication in settings like a hospital. Tonight, one woman is sharing her personal experience, and she turned to us because she wanted to know if her rights had been violated. Well, tonight, 11 listens. Catching up with friends and sharing stories comes naturally. But as you can imagine, being deaf in a hearing world presents its own set of challenges. It was a recent trip to the emergency room that left this woman, who requested we not use her name, looking for answers. So she turned to 11 Listens. What happened at the hospital?
On September 1st, I went to the emergency room for pain.
As you can see in this handwritten conversation the woman says she had with the nurse, she explains why she's there and requests an in-person interpreter.
A lady brought in a VRI. This isn't what I asked for. I want an in-live interpreter.
VRI, or Video Remote Interpreting, is a video telecommunication service that uses a device to allow a hard of hearing person to communicate through an interpreter remotely. She says the screen was too small.
And I can't really see.
She wanted to know if her rights were violated, so I took her story directly to Disability Rights Arkansas.
If the person who communicates through American Sign Language tells you that they're not getting effective communication because I can't see the screen, I think the onus ought to be on the hospital to provide a live interpreter, an in-person interpreter, soon.
By law, the Americans with Disabilities Act requires any business with public accommodations, like a hospital, to provide effective communication. That communication is something a lot of people in the deaf community have complained about to SPA area independent living services.
We sent a letter, we told them who we were, what we did as an organization.
This is a copy of the letter Executive Director Brenda Steinbuck sent to the hospital back in 2015.
We were wanting to work with them to improve their communication with the deaf community. We received no response whatsoever.
Since this particular hospital did not violate any law, THV 11 is choosing not to name them. But their policy says hearing impaired patients can indicate the type of communication they prefer. It goes on to say the hospital provides access to sign language interpreters with Language Access Network via video remote interpretation. Again, the hospital violated no law, but we did discover a gray area left up to interpretation when it comes to defining what exactly effective communication means.
Anytime there's this gray area, especially in an area like this, where there are going to be differences of opinion about what is actually effective communication, you know, we would love to see the law change, but I'm not sure that's ever going to happen.
I'm not asking to take away the VRI and back to just a live interpreter. I just want a VRI to have a successful improvement for the deaf community, to make us satisfied with their services in the future.